So a couple months ago, me and a few of my friends were together and we were looking for any movies to watch. We go on to Amazon Video and we find a movie called Always Watching a Marble Hornet Story. And the thumbnail had a very familiar face on it. You know this guy? For those who don't know, this is Slenderman, a fictional horror character that dominated the early years of YouTube gaming, the creepypasta community, and my early middle school childhood. He had a ton of games based off of him, and he even got his own big budget movie, of which I haven't watched because I heard it was not that good. But when we saw this, we instantly got excited, and so we clicked on the movie, and then we saw the rating, which, hang on. Whew. Okay. Well, red flags aside, we went ahead and watched it anyways, and, I think I should just show you what we watched, which is why I made this review, so you can watch it with me again. But before we actually get into the review, I want to emphasize that I am not a movie critic, I am an aspiring filmmaker, and I understand how hard it can be to make something like a full-length film, which is how and why I can find a good thing in any piece of film. I found that Marble Hornets, the guys behind this movie, had a huge following on early YouTube, and this was their first project that had a theatrical release. You might see me point out more of the bad stuff than good, but I just want to re-emphasize that there is good in every single piece of film, no matter how bad it is. Now, without further ado, let's get into the review. So we open up the movie with... Oh no. Oh no. It's a fucking found footage movie? I feel like when found footage is used nowadays, it's more so used as an excuse for shitty photography instead of trying to be something new. Anyways, we open up the movie with a man and a woman hiding from something in a forest. I know they're hiding because they don't immediately run to their car when they find it. Instead, they count down and then sprint to the car with their flashlight on. For some reason, they stop running, and dead ass, the guy with the flashlight just disappears for no reason. Jamie, get up, get there. What the fuck was that? I'm gonna speed this up a bit because this part really isn't that important to the story.
Eli?
Anyway, she finally gets to the car, and the guy who disappeared earlier reappears in front of the car. And then he teleports to the driver's side window, and he slams his head through the window? They do this jump cut with the window closed, then open, to make it look like he did, but there's no actual glass, just a sound effect. They probably didn't have the budget to break an actual window, so they just did that. You know, they could have survived if they didn't have the flashlight on. Just saying. And that is the last we see of them. They don't really have a connection or place in the movie. It's kind of just there just to be juxtaposed with the next scene, of which is a 2012 New Year's party. You know it's a fucking rager when everyone there is at least 30 years old. We follow this guy who... okay, that shouldn't happen. We follow this guy who is obviously a loner because he's interviewing his coworkers, asking them what their resolutions are, and each person he asks either ignores him or shows off the fact that they are really good at not being loners.
Oh, resolutions. Are you ready? Oh, okay. If anyone has anything to say to this year, speak now or forever hold your peace.
He stumbles on a girl who's raiding the owner's bathroom cabinets for opioids. What a fucking asshole. And she tells to the guy behind the camera that her New Year's resolution is that she will quit popping Percocets.
I did say that in 2011 and in 2010, but I mean it this time.
They both introduce themselves. This is Sarah, and this is Milo. They both work at a news company. Sarah is one of the reporters, and Milo is one of the cameramen.
We kind of prefer photographers, whatever.
Anyways, Sarah takes the camera away from Milo and starts interviewing him. Eventually, they start flirting.
You have a really awesome accent.
Oh no! Oh, it's so shitty!
No, it's not.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
No, it's not.
It does, no, because it comes out every time I drink, and it's... Are you here with anybody, or...
No, nobody. Are you?
No.
This is exactly how I stance up right before I get some action. I will say that one of the things that this movie has going for it is its dialogue. At times, the lead actors do a really good job at making the story feel real and less artificial. Even though this movie made me laugh way more than it should, I feel like I wouldn't be doing this review if I wasn't just a little invested in the characters. So really, I just want to say, good job, guys. We then cut to a scene where Milo is sitting in his car, and he... Oh no. No. Milo's an incel.
Milo, no!
We're shown clips of Milo stalking Sarah at different points of the night, and Milo's actor does a good job at making it really weird.
Oh, careful. Oh, no, Sarah. Oh, no. There's a lot of produce on the ground now.
Then, dipshit cameraman forgets to turn his camera off when he gets home so that he can dump more exposition and show off his dog, Marty. Who definitely won't die during this movie, I promise.
Oops.
Hi, Frank.
The next morning, the news company that Milo and Sarah work for are hosting a retirement party for their boss. Their new replacement boss is introduced as our third and final lead role, Charlie.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, apparently the guy who's replacing Frank is some Ivy League douchebag who they're bringing in here because apparently we don't know what the hell we're doing.
This is Charlie McNeil.
Hey.
He's replacing Frank.
How you doing? Ivy League douchebag. Nice to meet you.
Charlie's addition now completes the love triangle of this story. He's cool, he's rich, and he's not an incel. Obviously, with Milo being an incel, he doesn't like Charlie because of those exact same reasons. Of course, these aren't the only reasons. Charlie does act like an elitist prick sometimes as well.
You guys made it here right on time. It's perfect.
Yeah, super professional.
Yeah, that's right. Good job. Here, come on inside. I'll show you what's going on. I think you're gonna love this. Will you just grab everything, will you?
Everything? Just drive the van through the front of the house.
Again, the dialogue here is pretty strong. For example, the banter between Milo and Charlie is pretty decent.
I like where your head's at.
Yes, I like where your head's at.
All right, Milo.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, you're in my shot though.
Now, for some reason, the local news channel is doing a story on these dudes that clean out abandoned houses. Is there really nothing interesting going on in this town to the point that Channel 6 turned into fixer-uppers? Anyways, they tour the first house and nothing really happens.
Oh no, dude, you're in my shot.
Milo, come over here. Get a shot of these toys right now.
Okay.
Milo acts like an incel a little bit more.
Down the toilets, and then
That's
that
so
seals
bad.
up. They rip the wiring out of the walls.
Why do that?
No.
I don't know.
Rip the wiring out of
And they're
the
very,
wall.
very upset about it.
There's also a small jump scare.
Oh man, Milo, what happened? What did we learn today, buddy? Let sleeping dogs.
Listen to Leonard.
Oh
Let
my
the
God, what
squatters
happened?
inside
Let
the
sleep.
house.
So they pack up and go to another house, and this time they find it fully furnished. Lights are on, homework on the dinner table, and it seems as though a whole family lives there.
Do people usually leave this much stuff?
This time, Milo stumbles across the basement.
Yeah, that's better.
He finds some shit on the floor. He finds some shit on the wall. He finds some more shit on the wall. And then...
Oh, Jesus God!
Yo! Oh! What is wrong with you?
Sorry. What are you doing back here?
I found this like a bunch of graffiti down here.
I see that.
I think there were squatters and stuff. What is wrong with you?
Sorry, it was a bad thing to do. I did it anyway.
They both find a padlock cabinet in the back of the basement, so they break it open and they find some family tapes in a box. Since they are part of a news company, they take the box of tapes, of which can give Channel 6 an actual good story. Yeah, by the way, if you've ever seen Sinister, this is exactly that. The three of them all go out and get drinks together, and Milo fucking records the whole thing, which is one of the biggest problems with found footage movies. You always have to have someone who records everything, or else you're not going to get a good story. So they make Milo record everything.
You know, I don't mean to rain on anybody's parade here, but I just sat in that van at the monitor for the last 45 minutes, and all I saw was a bunch of really boring-ass family videos.
Wrong.
No, right.
No, that is totally wrong,
Very
Milo.
boring
No,
stuff.
that gives this story exactly what it was missing. It gives it context.
Like, what is Milo gonna do with this footage? Beat off to his boss giving him lectures? Anyways, Milo and Sarah take the tapes back down to the station and they start going through the videos.
Chopping broccoli.
Oh, broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli.
Broccoli.
You're gonna like that.
I'm gonna learn to like it.
Really? Is this what we're doing? This guy? This little guy here? You see him? Little center guy right here? You don't know this yet, but from here on out, the filmmakers try to put this fucker in every single scene imaginable. Trust me. Milo gets a little frustrated that he has to go through all the footage and Charlie doesn't. And so he says this to Sarah.
You know the guy's just trying to get in your pants, right?
Really? Really?
All right, never mind.
You really want to talk about this again?
No, forget it.
I was not in a good
No, you were
headspace.
not. You were absolutely wasted. I know. But were you like totally screwed up for the few following weeks after that? Because I seem to remember us lasting a little longer than like one horrible wasted evening.
It was a mistake, and we just need to stay friends.
Great, loud and clear.
Eventually, the both of them leave, and then the tape plays a little spooky scene. Bitch, do you for real think your dad would put this shit on? The next day, they interview a mortgage company, and they tell them that they did not kick the Whitlocks out. That's the name of the family, by the way. So now Milo is tasked with the job of watching more tapes to figure out what happened to them himself. And it turns out the father of the family has the exact same fucking problem that Milo has, in which they record literally everything.
He just always had that camera with him. I went out for a jog, and I saw him in the backyard just staring in the woods. Just pointing the camera at nothing.
Charlie and Sarah interview a couple more people, and Milo finally finds something on the family tapes.
Ready to go?
All right, never mind.
Did you see that? I'll give you one more chance to spot it.
Ready to go?
This shit is so fucking funny. Watch. This is literally the next shot.
Good. You're not. This is the fifth call I've gotten in 5 minutes. Barbara, hi. Yeah. I know. No. Yeah. I know. No. We cleared this with you. Do you remember we talked about this? Okay. Oh, she's gone. That's
She
it.
hang
She's
up?
gone.
I feel like a battered husband. I feel like I should go on Oprah.
You survived 2 years at the affiliate in Boston, and you're stressed out here.
Yeah, well, I kind of got kicked out of Boston.
What?
Hey, I gotta show you guys something.
Hey.
I gotta show you guys something right now. Charlie, grab the camera.
What was that, Charlie? Were you about to reveal something extremely important to your character? Ha! Fuck you, I got some shit to show you.
2 seconds, please. I got a whole bunch of stuff I gotta show you guys.
I'm
okay?
gonna look at it. Come on.
Watch.
What happened to the sound?
No idea, but it happens on a bunch of these tapes. There, you see that? Yes. You see that?
See what, Milo?
What the fuck do you mean, see what? Do you not see Mr. SPF 1000 with way too much drip for a 6-year-old's birthday party? Also, there's no fucking way that Tara did not cheat on that. She got that perfectly.
See, there's somebody standing back there by the trees. Look.
There, yeah, there.
It looks like a guy in a suit.
Milo plays a clip of Dan, the father of the family, arguing with his wife about Dan's obsession with Slenderman.
I'm not lying. I don't know how else to put it.
Right, because you can only see him through the camera.
I'm not crazy. You've seen it. I don't know how else to convince you.
Hi, cutie.
Wait, what is that? Look. Right there.
I didn't see him
that?
in this one. I didn't see him.
Fuck off, Sarah. I saw him first. The next day, the director of Channel 6, who is also Charlie's boss, decides to pull the Slenderman story because the crew can't handle 2 stories at once.
I can't believe she pulled the story. That's bullshit.
So they get mad and pursue the Slenderman story on their own, which means Milo is tasked with watching more tapes at home. And this is actually where I'm going to leave it for now. Of course, I'm actually going to complete this series soon. It's just that I want to throw these out in parts so that nobody has to commit themselves to extremely long videos. I also put a lot of effort into this video, more than any other video I've made before, so if it's possible that you can share this, please do. I've switched my career path to a more creative one, and any recognition can go a long way. Thank you for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.